Are you tired of the constant noise and distractions in your life? In this video, we delve into 7 profound places where silence reigns supreme. Each step serves as a beacon, illuminating the path to tranquility and enlightenment. Let us embark on this voyage together, guided by the profound teachings of Stoicism, as we discover the transformative power of silence. Step 1. Remain quiet when you lack the complete story. Events unfold like scenes in a grand drama, often leaving us with fragmented narratives and incomplete understanding. In such moments, Stoicism teaches us the virtue of restraint, to remain silent when we lack the complete story. Instead of rushing to judgment or voicing premature opinions, we are encouraged to pause, reflect, and seek clarity. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. By embracing silence in moments of ambiguity, we open ourselves to the wisdom that comes from patient observation and active listening. Rather than succumbing to the impulse to fill the void with empty words, we cultivate the virtue of prudence and allow truth to gradually reveal itself. When faced with incomplete information, our impulse is often to fill the void with words. Yet, the Stoics urged restraint. Silence in these moments becomes a shield against hasty judgments. It allows us to pause, reflect, and seek the full context before speaking. By remaining quiet, we honor wisdom over impulsivity. Step 2. Stay silent when emotions overwhelm you. Emotions, like tempestuous waves, have the power to engulf our rational faculties and cloud our judgment. In the face of overwhelming emotions, Stoicism offers the sanctuary of silence as a refuge for the soul. The Stoic sage Seneca counsels, begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. When anger, fear, or despair threaten to consume us, the practice of Stoic mindfulness invites us to withdraw into the inner citadel of tranquility. Instead of reacting impulsively or succumbing to the tumult of our emotions, we choose the path of serenity and self-control. By staying silent in moments of emotional turbulence, we reclaim our inner sovereignty and preserve our dignity as rational beings. Anger, frustration, and hurt can ignite a torrent of words. But the Stoics knew that speaking in the heat of emotion leads to strife and regret. Instead, they advocated for silence, a deliberate choice to pause, breathe, and regain composure. By holding our tongues, we avoid the pitfalls of rash speech and maintain our inner equilibrium. Step 3. Hold your tongue if your words could fracture a friendship. The only thing in the world concerning the usefulness of which all mankind are agreed. In the delicate tapestry of human relationships, words wield a power both profound and perilous. Stoicism teaches us to exercise caution and discernment in our speech, especially when the bonds of friendship hang in the balance. When tempted to speak in haste or anger, we pause to consider the potential consequences of our words. Will our speech nurture harmony and understanding, or will it sow seeds of discord and resentment? The Stoic principle of oikeiosis, or familiarization, reminds us of our shared humanity and interconnectedness. By holding our tongue when our words could fracture a friendship, we honor the sacred bond of kinship that unites all beings. Our words have the power to mend or break bonds. Stoicism teaches us to weigh our speech carefully. When our words risk damaging a friendship, silence becomes an act of compassion. It allows time for wounds to heal and for reconciliation to take root. In silence, we honor the sanctity of relationships. Step 4. Choose silence if your words might hurt someone. Words, once spoken, possess a potency that transcends the ephemeral realm of sound. Like arrows loose from a bow, they have the power to wound or heal, to uplift or destroy. In the spirit of Stoic compassion, we exercise restraint and empathy in our speech, choosing silence when our words might inflict harm upon others. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius admonishes us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one By embodying the virtues of kindness and benevolence, we cultivate a spirit of gentleness and forbearance in our interactions with others. Rather than yielding to the impulse to speak out of spite or malice, we choose the path of silence as a gesture of reverence for the inherent dignity of every soul. Stoics recognized that words can wound deeply. When faced with the choice, they opted for silence. By withholding hurtful remarks, we protect others and ourselves. Silence becomes a shield against harm, a deliberate refusal to contribute to pain. It is an act of love and empathy. Step 5. Be still during moments of anger. Anger, like a blazing inferno, consumes everything in its path, leaving behind scorched earth and shattered relationships. In the crucible of anger, Stoicism offers the antidote of silence as a balm for the wounded spirit. If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. When the flames of anger threaten to engulf us, we retreat into the fortress of inner stillness, where reason holds sway over passion. Rather than succumbing to the intoxicating lure of righteous indignation, we choose the path of equanimity and self-restraint. By being still during moments of anger, we harness the transformative power of silence to transmute destructive impulses into wellsprings of inner strength and resilience. Anger tempts us to react impulsively. Stoicism advises the opposite, to be still. In silence, we gain clarity. We assess whether our anger is justified or merely a passing storm. By choosing silence, we prevent our emotions from hijacking our reason. We emerge stronger, unswayed by the tempest. Step 6. Abstain from speaking if you cannot do so without raising your voice. The art of civil discourse has become an endangered species, drowned out by the din of vitriol and discord. Stoicism reminds us of the importance of cultivating the virtue of temperance in our speech, abstaining from words that are spoken in anger or raised in volume. The greatest remedy for anger is delay. By practicing the discipline of silence, we create space for reflection and introspection, allowing reason to prevail over passion. Rather than engaging in verbal warfare or escalating conflicts through inflammatory rhetoric, we choose the path of restraint and moderation. By abstaining from speaking, if we cannot do so without raising our voice, we uphold the dignity of civil discourse and foster a culture of mutual respect and understanding. Raising our voice escalates conflict. Stoicism teaches us to lower our tone. Silence becomes a strategic choice, an opportunity to diffuse tension. By refusing to engage in shouting matches, we preserve our dignity and uphold the virtue of temperance. Step 7. Embrace silence when it can mend bonds. Moments of discord and misunderstanding are inevitable. In such times, Stoicism offers the healing balm of silence as a means of reconciliation and renewal. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. When conflicts arise and tensions mount, we resist the impulse to engage in futile arguments or assign blame. Instead, we embrace the restorative power of silence, allowing space for wounds to heal and hearts to mend. By choosing silence when it can mend bonds, we honor the sanctity of human connection and reaffirm our commitment to the virtues of compassion and forgiveness. Silence isn't always about withholding words. It's also about intentional listening. When we listen deeply, we mend bonds. Stoicism encourages us to be present, to hear others without interruption. In this silence, we build bridges, heal wounds, and strengthen connections. Silence is not an absence, but a presence, a luminous thread that weaves its way through the fabric of existence, connecting us to the eternal rhythms of the universe. Silence is a lesson learned through life's many sufferings. As we journey through the 7 places where silence reigns supreme, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, may we cultivate the virtue of silence as a sacred art. May we embrace silence not as a sign of weakness or indifference, but as a source of strength and serenity. And may the echoes of our silence reverberate throughout the world, awakening hearts to the transformative power of inner peace and wisdom.